Listen closely. This message finds you not by accident, but by divine appointment. You've been wondering why your light seemed dimmed, why your name faded from circles you once stood in, why doors that used to open with ease now stood sealed shut. You thought maybe you did something wrong. Maybe you missed your chance. But heaven whispers today, no, you were never forgotten. You were hidden on purpose for a purpose. There comes a season when God conceals what he intends to reveal in power. And that season, beloved, was yours. You weren't being punished, you were being prepared. What felt like isolation was actually insulation. The world wasn't ready to see you, and truth be told, you weren't yet ready to be seen. God had to protect the purity of what he was forming within you. You see, when gold is refined, it's not displayed, it's hidden in fire. When seeds are planted, they're not celebrated, they're buried in silence. And when destiny is about to emerge, the chosen are often concealed under layers of divine protection. You were never buried to die. You were buried to grow roots deep enough to carry the weight of what's coming. This message today is a decree from heaven. The season of concealment is ending. The hidden one is being revealed. Every silent year, every tear shed in secret, every moment you questioned your worth, all of it is about to make sense. God is moving you from obscurity to visibility, from waiting to walking, from preparation to purpose. But hear this carefully, your emergence isn't for fame, it's for function. You were refined in the shadows so you could shine with humility. The next chapter of your life won't require striving. It will require surrender. The spotlight will not expose you. It will reveal what heaven placed inside you all along. So if you've been sensing something stirring, if you've been feeling the holy discomfort of transition, this is why. The cocoon is cracking. The soil is breaking. The hidden seed is pushing upward toward the light. Heaven is declaring over you, it is time. Hold this word in your spirit, because by the end of this message, you'll understand why your hidden season was the most sacred gift God ever gave you. Because what's been unfolding around you isn't coincidence at all. It's the quiet choreography of heaven. While you wrestled with confusion, wondering if the silence meant abandonment, the truth was far different. God was near closer than your breath writing chapters you hadn't even dreamed yet. He didn't hide you to humiliate you. He hid you to protect the oil that would one day flow through you. Every limitation was a shield. Every pause was a preservation. Had you been seen too soon, the weight of attention would have crushed what was still tender inside your spirit. So in mercy, he wrapped you in invisibility. Picture the craftsman bent over a precious instrument, sanding, shaping, tuning, while the world outside hurries on. That was heaven with you. Each disappointment was another fine adjustment to your frequency, aligning you with the rhythm of divine timing. You thought you were behind, but you were being brought into perfect sync. Even now, heaven whispers, I never stopped preparing you. The doors that once slammed in your face weren't punishment. They were protection from counterfeit purpose. The people who walked away weren't enemies. They were instruments ensuring you'd depend only on me. This next season isn't something you have to chase. It's something you have to recognize. The unveiling has already begun in the spirit. You can feel it, those sudden inner nudges, that sense of holy restlessness, the way your dreams have become louder lately. Those are not random. They're divine alerts. And God says, when I reveal you, it will not be subtle. It will be unmistakable. The same mouths that said you faded will speak again this time to testify that grace has raised you, not because you sought validation, but because my light in you can no longer be concealed. Every hidden one who stayed faithful in obscurity is now being summoned into visibility. The spiritual fog that once covered your path is lifting. Where confusion reigned, clarity will flow. Where weariness sat heavy, strength will surge. The season you begged to end was not denial. It was design. Let these words settle deep. You are standing on the border between the unseen and the undeniable. The curtain that concealed you is being drawn back by the very hand that placed it there. What comes next will not feel like a performance. It will feel like purpose taking its rightful place. So breathe. You are not starting over, you are stepping forward. The same grace that carried you through the silence is now carrying you into significance. Heaven has been waiting for this alignment, and now, the time of unveiling begins. In the stillness between what was and what will be, a holy wind begins to move. You can sense it, a subtle but undeniable shift. Heaven's decree echoes through your spirit. The hidden one shall arise. This unveiling will not come through striving, but through sudden divine orchestration. Doors will open that you didn't knock on. People will find you without your promotion. Favor will call your name in rooms you never entered. The stage of destiny is being lit, and your cue has been spoken. God says, "Because you honored my silence, I will now honor your obedience." The wilderness refined your worship. The crushing produced your compassion. You now carry the fragrance of humility, something the world cannot counterfeit. And because of that, you will carry authority that can't be challenged by human opinion. The prophecy over your life is not one of mere recognition, it's one of representation. You will stand as proof that hidden seasons are not wasted seasons. Your very presence will remind others that delay does not mean denial. The harvest you're about to walk into will feed many who once doubted you. But take heed, the unveiling isn't about spotlight. It's about stewardship. The light is returning to reveal what darkness refined. God is not promoting an image. He's releasing an instrument. He is raising voices that were silenced, restoring names that were erased, and releasing mantles that were reserved. You'll notice the signs: sudden invitations, unexpected reconnections, divine encounters that feel too timely to be chance. Your discernment will awaken like never before. Environments that once drained you will now expose their true nature. You'll feel an invisible pull toward assignments that align perfectly with your calling. The season of hiding built within you the strength to stand not in noise, but in truth. And now, that truth is about to speak through you. The same way a sunrise cannot be reversed once it begins to rise, your emergence cannot be stopped once heaven declares it. This prophecy marks a crossing point from invisible to influential, from overlooked to ordained. The frequency of your life is shifting. Everything not in harmony with divine purpose will fall away naturally. You won't have to fight for it. It will dissolve under the weight of destiny. The unveiling isn't loud, it's luminous. Watch as your name begins to surface in conversations, guided by grace. Watch as peace replaces striving. Watch as joy returns to places once heavy. For the Lord says, "What I reveal now carries eternal impact." You are the evidence that God hides treasures before He displays them. And the display has begun. The hiding was holy. What you called delay was actually divine protection. Every time you felt unseen, heaven was guarding what could not yet be shared. There is a rhythm to revelation. God never exposes what He hasn't first established. Think of the seed. Beneath the soil, no applause, no light, no validation, only pressure, darkness, and time. But inside that pressure, life is forming. The seed does not resist the soil, it surrenders to it. In that surrender, it gathers strength to break through. That was you. Your hidden season was your underground miracle. In spiritual language, hiding is not absence. It is incubation. The caterpillar inside its cocoon looks still, but transformation rages within. Wings are forming where crawling once existed. Vision is expanding where limitation once lived. When God hides you, He is teaching you the language of trust, the ability to believe even when you can't see. The silence you endured was heaven's classroom. You learned the vocabulary of faith, the art of listening, the posture of stillness. You learned to discern between the noise of the world and the whisper of the Spirit. You stopped chasing approval and started cultivating authenticity. Do you see it now? You were never waiting for God. He was waiting for you to become who He already saw. There are seasons when God will close every door not to punish you, but to protect your purity. The hidden ones are often misunderstood because the world confuses silence with insignificance. But in the kingdom, silence is sacred ground. That's where prophets are formed, where warriors are trained, where hearts are recalibrated to beat in rhythm with heaven. If you had been seen too early, applause could have altered your identity. Exposure without foundation breeds collapse. But because you stayed when others ran, because you yielded instead of performing, God can now trust you with visibility that won't corrupt you. This is the deeper mystery. Revelation always follows refinement. You cannot skip the furnace and still carry fire. You cannot avoid the cave and still speak with clarity. Those who are hidden longest often shine the purest. You may have felt like nothing was happening, but heaven was taking notes. Angels marked your endurance. Heaven recorded your tears. The soil you once cursed for burying you will soon bloom with the evidence that God never left. And when the revealing comes, it won't simply elevate you, it will illuminate others. Your story will become a map for those still buried. Your words will breathe life into those still cocooned. Your obedience will unlock courage in those still waiting. That's why the hiding mattered. It wasn't wasted time. It was sacred timing. You weren't losing momentum. You were gaining maturity. So now, as God pulls back the curtain, carry the wisdom of your wilderness. Don't despise the quiet. It taught you what the crowd never could. Don't rush the light. It shines brightest through those who've been shaped by shadow. You are stepping out not as who you were, but as who heaven designed all along. You'll know this word is manifesting when the atmosphere around you begins to shift. The signs will be subtle, yet undeniable echoes of the divine woven into daily life. First doors will open without force. Opportunities will come naturally with a peace that feels supernatural. You'll realize you no longer have to convince or chase things, simply align. That's not luck. That's timing. Second, old cycles will lose their power. Conversations that once drained you will feel foreign. Patterns that once trapped you will suddenly dissolve. You'll outgrow what used to entertain you, and that disinterest is divine evidence of growth. Third, your discernment will heighten. You'll sense energy shifts instantly. You'll know who carries light and who carries distraction. God is sharpening your inner compass so you can navigate the new terrain with wisdom. Fourth, confirmation will come through repetition. Numbers, phrases, scriptures, songs, messages, repeating like echoes until you can't ignore them. That's heaven emphasizing what you once doubted. Fifth, peace will replace striving. What once made you anxious will no longer move you. You'll notice stillness becoming your default state. This peace isn't the absence of pressure, it's the presence of divine order. And finally, unexpected recognition will appear. People you've never met will mention your name, speak of your work, or extend invitations. It won't be coincidence, it will be convergence. God will use human vessels to announce what heaven already decreed. These are not mere signs, they're sacred confirmations that the season has turned. When they appear, don't question your worthiness, simply give thanks. You've crossed the threshold from hidden to heralded. But even in unveiling, there are tests. Revelation doesn't erase resistance, it refines it. As light increases, shadows react. You may notice sudden tension moments that tempt you back into old insecurities. The very visibility you prayed for may feel uncomfortable. Don't misinterpret it. This isn't regression, it's recalibration. Your new season demands stronger spiritual posture. Some will misunderstand your emergence. They'll question how you rose so quickly, unaware of the years beneath the surface. Respond not with explanation, but with grace. The humble carry power quietly. Isolation may revisit you briefly, not as punishment, but as maintenance. God will still call you aside to replenish, to protect your purity amid new exposure. Guard your peace like treasure. Not everyone deserves access to your oil. And remember, the enemy always attacks at the point of revelation. He fears what you're about to release. But no weapon forged in envy, doubt, or distraction will prosper, because you are anchored in purpose, not performance. So when pressure returns, remind yourself it's not proof of failure, it's proof of potential. You've been tested by fire before. Now you know its language. You don't panic, you praise. You don't retreat, you realign. Every hidden challenge is a final rehearsal for public impact. The same God who concealed you still covers you. Stand steady. The unveiling won't break you. It will bless you. Now that the veil has lifted, guidance becomes crucial. Revelation without direction becomes distraction. This next stretch of your journey requires precision, not haste. The Spirit whispers, "Move when I move." Not when emotion stirs you, not when opportunity flatters you, but when peace confirms you. The same obedience that sustained you in silence will sustain you in success. Here are heaven's steps for this hour. First, stay anchored in intimacy. Visibility is not victory if it costs you connection. The secret place that once felt lonely will now become your lifeline. Guard your prayer time like oxygen. Let your first conversation each day be with God, not the world. He revealed you so you could represent Him, not replace Him. Second, walk slowly enough to hear instructions. Acceleration can be holy, but haste can be harmful. The new opportunities will come quickly, but not every open door is divine. Ask, Lord, is this mine before you step? Heaven prefers precision over performance. Third, protect your purity of motive. The world measures by influence. Heaven measures by obedience. Do not chase applause, chase alignment. You will be tempted to compare, to prove, to perform. Resist it. You were not unveiled to compete. You were unveiled to complete a divine assignment. Fourth, speak only what carries oil. Your words now hold weight. Use them to build, not boast. Speak life, even to those who misunderstood your hidden season. The power in your voice will reveal heaven's kindness. Fifth, keep your circle consecrated. Not everyone can handle the glow of revelation. Some will be drawn to your light for warmth. Others will come to extinguish it. Discern. You don't owe access to everyone you love. Boundaries are not pride, they are protection. Sixth, sow where you were once starved. Pour back into others what you longed to receive. Teach from your scars. Encourage the hidden ones. That's how you multiply grace instead of hoarding it. And finally, remain grateful. Gratitude keeps pride from growing. Remember the nights of silence, the prayers unanswered, the tears that fell unseen. Gratitude turns them into testimony. This is not a season to prove yourself, it's a season to present yourself. Present your gifts humbly, your heart openly, your faith fearlessly. The unveiling is not about spotlight, but stewardship. God says, if you stay pure in purpose, I will handle the platform. So rest in this truth. You don't have to promote destiny. Destiny will locate you. Peace is your new armor. You do not step into exposure unguarded. You are surrounded. Angels that watched over you in obscurity now walk beside you in visibility. Every step you take has already been cleared by grace. The Lord whispers, "I will be your covering in the crowd, your comfort in the quiet, your counsel in confusion." When doubt rises, remember how He carried you before. The same hand that shielded you in darkness will steady you in light. You are not stepping alone. There will be noise around you, opinions, expectations, projections. Let them pass like wind through trees. You are not called to react to every sound. You are called to remain rooted. Imagine standing beneath a waterfall of light, constant cleansing, calming. That is divine protection. It does not remove challenges, it redefines them. Attacks lose power when you understand who walks beside you. You are protected in spirit, mind, and purpose. No scheme can override what heaven sealed. Even your missteps are covered by mercy. Even your fatigue is met with replenishment. So breathe deeply. You are safe to shine. You are allowed to be seen. You are wrapped in light stronger than any shadow. The shift will feel surreal at first, like walking out of a long tunnel into sudden sunlight. You may blink, hesitate, question if you're truly ready. But you are. The years of silence carved resilience into your soul. You now carry substance, not surface. The same isolation that once felt heavy will now become your testimony of endurance. Watch how quickly purpose finds you. Projects people and places that align with your calling will magnetize toward you. Divine timing is like gravity. It pulls what belongs to you without effort. And the inner transformation, oh, it will be unmistakable. The timid voice becomes confident. The restless heart becomes anchored. The doubts that haunted you dissolve under waves of clarity. You will wake one morning and realize you no longer chase healing. You embody it. You no longer crave validation. You radiate it. The very traits that made you feel too different will become the reason others find courage. This is fulfillment, not the applause of men, but the affirmation of heaven. The unveiling is not a single event. It is an ongoing expansion. Every act of obedience will open new dimensions of purpose. You will look back at your hidden season with gratitude. You'll say, "If I hadn't been buried, I wouldn't have bloomed." And that realization will soften you, humble you, anchor you. Joy will return, pure, steady, untamed joy. It won't be loud, it will be deep. It will flow quietly through everything you do. The world will see success, but heaven will see surrender. This is your unveiling. This is your becoming. Take a deep breath. Place your hand over your heart. Let these words settle into your spirit. Affirmation 1. I was never forgotten. I was prepared. Affirmation 2. My hidden season birthed divine strength within me. Affirmation 3. I walk in timing, not tension. Affirmation 4. What God reveals through me will glorify Him, not me. Repeat them softly until peace fills your atmosphere. And now receive this blessing. May the light that once covered you in secret now shine through you in power. May every tear you sowed in silence bloom into testimonies of joy. May the favor that follows you be effortless, authentic, and unstoppable. May discernment guard your heart and peace rule your steps. And may the unveiling of your destiny reveal the goodness of the one who authored it all. You are seen. You are safe. You are sent. The season of hiding has ended. The season of revealing has begun. Walk boldly into your becoming, for heaven has called your name, and the world is finally ready to see what God has been shaping all along. Amen.